You know what I found very interesting about the February market? For the first time in a while, both buyers and sellers decided to slow down at the same time. And when that happens, the market enters a very unique phase. Not a crash, not a boom, but a moment of quiet adjustment. Let me explain what I'm seeing right now across Toronto, Durham, York, and Peel. Because the numbers tells a story most headlines don't really explain. So in February, about 3,800 homes sold across the GTA, which is roughly 6% fewer sales compared to last year. Now, that doesn't mean demand disappear. What I'm actually noticing is something different. Buyers are being more thoughtful. They are taking their time. They are analyzing value much more carefully before making a decision. And honestly, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, here's the second part of the story. Average home price across the GTA is sitting around 1 million right now, which is about 7% lower than last year. But this is something I always remind people. Real estate in Toronto doesn't move in straight lines, it moves in cycles. Sometimes the market runs very fast and sometimes it simply paused to rebalance. And right now we are seeing that rebalancing. Now here's something that really caught my attention. Even though the market slowed, fewer sellers listed their homes in February. New listings actually dropped close to 18% compared to last year. So many homeowners are quietly thinking, maybe I'll just wait a little longer. Maybe spring will be better. So right now we have an interesting situation. Buyers are cautious, sellers are cautious. And when both the sides slow down at the same time, the market becomes much more strategic. Now let's talk about the different types of homes. Detached homes saw the biggest price adjustment recently. Across the GTA, the average detached home price is now 1.3 million, which is roughly 8% lower than last year. And for some families who felt priced out before, this is actually creating a new opportunity. I have had conversations recently with buyers who couldn't even consider detached homes 2 years ago. And now they are starting to explore that option again. Condos are a different story. Right now, condos are probably the most buyer-friendly part of the market. The average condo price is around 626,000 and prices have softened roughly around 8 to 9% compared to last year. And there are also more condo listings available right now, which means buyers have more room to negotiate. Another shift I'm seeing is with how long homes are taking to sell. Last year, homes were selling in around 27 days on average, and now it's closer to 36 to 40 days on an average. And honestly, that's actually healthy. It gives buyers the chance to slow down, evaluate the property properly, and make smarter decisions. A lot of activity is happening outside Toronto itself. About 60% of GTA home sales are happening in Durham, York, and Peel regions. Families are still looking for more space, better value, and better lifestyle. And many of those opportunities are outside the downtown core. When people hear about interest rates, inflation, global economic news, they naturally take a step back before making big financial decisions. But here's something many people don't realize. There are still tens of thousands of buyers sitting on the sidelines right now, waiting for the right moment. And just imagine, if confidence improves even a little, those buyers can come back into the market very quickly. Which is why this phase of the market is actually very strategy driven. And this is something I always tell the families I work with. Toronto isn't just one market. Every neighborhood behaves differently and every price range behaves differently. The strategy that works in one area might not work in another. Over the years, I've had the privilege of helping many families buy, sell, and invest across GTA. And the one thing I've learned is the outcomes in real estate are rarely about luck. Because sometimes small shift in timing or strategy can make a very big difference in your result.